Namaste. Including this quality which costs us no time or money into our daily lives will multiply our happiness level many times over. Here it is. Amanitvam adambitvam ahimsa kshantirarjavam acharyopasanam shaucham sthairam vinigraha. Gita 13.8. Forgiveness is one of the traits that constitutes the man of knowledge. According to this verse, that man purifies his mind. On the contrary, the lack of forgiveness, according to Bhagavad Gita, will be the prevalence of ignorance, and it surely will rule our life. But forgiveness is something that we as human beings often petition from God. Should we do anything knowingly or unknowingly to someone that has caused physical or mental pain and regrets it, we would love to be forgiven. If we were to have a sense that we are indeed forgiven, then we walk around free of the weight of any wrongdoing, feeling that there will be no penalties for any previous actions. But when the roles are reversed, are we ready to forgive? If our perception of forgiveness is that we bestow this upon another human being, knowing very well that we are granting utter escape to a person who unnecessarily hurt us and left us with mental and emotional scars, we may become hesitant to forgive. We may think it's unfair. After all, we will set someone free of their wrongdoings. But it is perceived to be unfair because we are not abundantly clear that the forgiveness we seek from God and the one we are capable of granting to someone else is completely different. According to the law of karma, we as human beings do not have the power to undo the results of someone else's past actions, good or bad. So we have to come to the understanding that forgiveness is not about letting someone who hurt us walk free and absolve them from their wrongdoings. Rather, it is about letting ourselves walk free. Because forgiveness is not doing someone else a favor, it is doing us a favor. How? Look, we all encountered difficult situations, injustices, dishonesty, betrayal, hypocrisy, etc. in our lives. Someone may have done wrong to us and they moved on, while we keep the resentment within us and end up suffering because harboring hurt only serves to hurt us further. We seethe in anger when a hurtful word or deed is done to us. We waste valuable time thinking about confrontation and revenge. And often, the rage we nurture hurts us emotionally and psychologically to levels we may not even realize. On the other hand, the offender may not even give a second thought as to what he or she has done and sleeps very well at night while we toss and turn, sweating in mental hurt as we imagine retaliation and settling the score in order to feel better. Robert Frost says, keeping score of old scores and scars, getting even and one-upping always makes you less than you are. We should always remember that we cannot fix ourselves by breaking down someone else. That will be like creating war to bring peace, or someone screaming to gain silence. It's counterproductive. There's an old saying that when you try to give someone a piece of your mind, what ends up happening is that you lose your peace of mind. The antidote to that mindset is to forgive. Forgiveness is the fragrance that a violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it. Mark Twain. So it doesn't cost you anything, rather, it benefits you. How? Because the act of forgiveness takes place in the mind. Forgiveness is a decision we make, not an emotion we feel. We're free to choose our emotions and we have the ability to control what we feel. So we must not and should not give up this power to others. Lewis Swedes says to forgive is to set a prisoner free and discover that a prisoner was you. A study published in the Journal of Behavioral Medicine shows that forgiveness is associated with an entire range of health factors including sleep, fatigue, etc. That the act of forgiveness reduces the effects of tension. So here we can see that forgiveness cannot change what happened in the past, but it can certainly enhance the future, and it is up to us to make that choice. Another study published in the Journal of Personal Relationships says that when the victim in a relationship forgives the other one, both experience a decrease in blood pressure. Spiritually, Mahabharata says, Kshama tejasvinam teja, kshama brahma tapasvinam. Forgiving persons attain to the regions of those of ascetics and those well versed with the knowledge of God. We all know that among our associates, aren't our best friends the like-minded ones? So similarly, if we emulate God's qualities, we win His friendship also. That's the core purpose of the coming of Sri Ram. God demonstrates practically and recommends scripturally that we should be forgiving. Grandchire Bhishma Pitamaha in Mahabharata wanted to see Krishna while lying on a bed of arrows. Even though he fought on the side of the wrongdoers, Krishna still granted him his wish. The Society of Behavioral Medicine presented another study that says that forgiveness reduces the risk of alcohol or substance abuse and makes relationships stronger. That forgiveness creates a better immune system as well. So now that we are charged with scriptural and scientific evidence about the benefits of forgiveness and how it directly impacts us positively, let's act as persons of knowledge and bestow forgiveness on others, freeing ourselves, because for way too long we have locked away every ounce of forgiveness we are capable of, waiting to bestow its preciousness only upon that worthy person. And then we sadly realize that each person we encounter is unworthy of our forgiveness. But remember, forgiveness is not about others or finding someone worthy. It's about you. Are you worthy? Forgiveness is the only weapon to destroy the enemy living within our heads. And interestingly, it only has value when given away.